Progressive Mind Show, your number one community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host, Alinko. You're listening to the Progressive Mind Show, your number one community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host, Alinko. You're listening to the Progressive Mind Show, your number one community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host, Alinko.
Very talented young people who have decided to follow.
Then another year it starts again. Well, this is different.
We should definitely be talking to those wonderful people. Once again, we urge you to share the feed on Facebook.
Hi there, I'm IHDA, and today we're going to be talking about the African diaspora in Mexico.
Whether UK likes it or not, I have to leave this country.
I became a member and a chief of the Vice Lord all in one day.
All these guys wins right out of the north at Midway Airport.
His father.
Rice and beans. Okay, kids, we have had to come to an end of this beautiful set.
It's not about religion.
This is the inside account of a week that brought the Rainbow Nation to its knees.
Right, essentially trying to be into this. Hello, everyone. We are very We are very sorry for the delay in today's show. We just had a little technical glitch, but pardon us. The show will begin right away. My name is Senna, aka Alinko. You're watching the Progressive Mind Show right here in the beautiful city of Chicago. This is a special edition. You're used to the 6 p.m. time on Wednesdays, but this is a special edition for the Illinois Department of Housing Authority, and we're going to be talking about the Illinois Rental Assistance Program. We'll go straight into the show this evening. If you're watching on Facebook, we didn't have the Facebook Live, and that's what one of the reasons why we had the technical issue. So now we are live on Facebook. You can share the feed on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll go straight to our guests here who are in the person of JULIO Soriano. JULIO is a program manager at the Strategic Response Department of Illinois Rental Department Authority. JULIO, you're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show. We also have STELLA OKERE, who is with UAO, who's going to be helping with the conversation. JULIO, once again, please accept our apologies for the sincere delay in the program. A little bit about your background, if you may, and you can take it from here.
Yeah, definitely. So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation. My name is JULIO Soriano. I work for Illinois Housing Department Authority. We are a quasi-governmental agency, and I'm here to give you some exciting news about our new rental assistance payment program. In fact, I do have a presentation that I'm going to be sharing. If you give me a couple minutes.
While he's doing that, I did like to introduce our next guest, who is STELLA OKERE from the UAO. STELLA, thank you so much. STELLA actually is a program coordinator, a youth intern, and volunteer supervisor. She does a lot with the UAO. Awesome lady. She helped coordinated this event last minute. STELLA, I just want to really thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. JULIO, if you're ready, you can take it from here.
Yeah, great. No, and again, thank you so much. And by the way, before I begin, yes, I do want to thank STELLA. STELLA has been a great partner, not only for our agency, but also on behalf of the state of Illinois. She's been helping a lot in promoting this program in our different communities. But nevertheless, I wanted to go ahead and start. I will today we'll go over and give you information about our second version of the Illinois Rental Payment Program. For those that are not familiar, we actually had this program available a few months ago, and it was a lot of success. So what we ended up doing is opening this program again, and the purpose of today is to not only give you information about the program, but really show you how you can submit your application. Walk step by step on the program itself, and then at the end have the ability to also share some of our communication tools that we have developed in order for you to be constantly engaged with our department. So this is the agenda for today. It is quite a lot of information, but again, it is very, very valuable. And I will begin again by saying and give you some background information about our previous rental payment program. So the Illinois Rental Payment Program 1.0, just to give people an idea of the impact that we made in the state of Illinois and why you should apply for this program now that it's available once again. IHDA received more than 80,000 applications to be reviewed under our program, and more than 57,000 households were able to receive funding. Individuals that were behind on the rent due to their financial hardship. This program was actually designed with the assistance of the federal funding that we received here in the state of Illinois through the U.S. Treasury Department. The U.S. Treasury Department gave the state of Illinois more than $500 million just for this one program, and to help individuals across the state address their delinquency in regards to the rent that they owe. But more importantly, also help landlords that were struggling in not being able to collect their rent. Overall, this program was able to help more individuals that were identified as being extremely low-income households. And the average payment that we made was over approximately $9,000. So as you can see, our program has been successful and has had an impact in our communities and also in our housing economy. And with that, now what we're doing is reopening the program, which we are calling the Illinois Rental Payment Program 2.0. Overall, as you can see here on your screen, this is the overall timeline, right? For those that are interested in applying, you can receive up to 18 months in total of rental assistance. This would include 15 months that you can apply if you are behind on your rent and 3 months of prospective rent. The coverage period that someone can apply is through June 2022 through April 2022. So if during this period of time you fell behind on your rent or you have not been able to pay your rent, you should go ahead and apply for this program. It is also important to note that every household that applies, the maximum amount of grant that they can receive is up to $25,000. And the way that the payment is done is through a check sent to the housing provider, also known as the landlord. The application portal has opened. It opened early December, but will close on January the 9th. So you still have a few weeks left that you can go ahead and submit your application. We're expecting that the payouts and approvals actually are going to begin this week. So we have developed, again, a very robust mechanism on our end to ensure that we are reviewing all the applications that come in. And you may ask yourself, so what is the benefit of me applying? Why should I be interested besides the fact that I know I may owe rent? Well, a couple of things. It is important for the landlord, the housing provider, if they were to apply for this program, that they receive the funds that they get, that they cannot initiate an eviction proceeding against the tenant for not paying the rent during that time period. In addition, even though we have a cap of $25,000, the payment will be based on whatever is the need, meaning that if, case in point, if someone's behind on the rent, but they may owe $15,000 in total, that is the payment that we're going to issue, the $15,000, not the $25,000. And it could be that amount could be higher or lower, again, depending on what is the need for that individual. Also, we've made a couple of changes for a second version of our program. Those individuals that currently live in a federal subsidized housing unit, also known as Section 8, or any other kind of state and federally subsidized housing, are eligible to apply for the program. We are only going to be requesting that they provide a copy of the voucher with the tenant portion rent. And in addition to that, we are going to be asking to a tenant if they have received previous rental assistance. This will not impede the in-person from applying, but it is important for us to know so we avoid duplication of payments and benefits. Also, if you're the landlord, the housing provider, and may have multiple units and tenants that have not paid you, instead of submitting one application per tenant, you can submit all that information all at once using the spreadsheet through one application. And the portal will be able to then separate that, and you will have that display in a dashboard. In addition to that, in order to proceed with your application, both parties, both the tenant and the landlord, must complete their portion of the application and must also submit proper documentation. However, it doesn't matter if the tenant or the landlord is the one initiating the application. Both parties can go ahead and start the application, and the system will then match the application based on certain key and data points. In addition to that, it is really important for us here at IHDA that the applicant is always aware of what is going on with their application. And that is why we have developed a more detailed and more options in regards to the status of their application. And I will explain and show some of that, what that means in the different categories later on at this presentation. So this sounds great, but you may ask, am I eligible to apply? Well, based on the Treasury guidelines, right, any person that was impacted due to COVID-19 directly or indirectly and are facing a financial hardship can apply and should apply. Also, you must live within the state of Illinois. The tenant must live in the state of Illinois. If you're a housing provider, the landlord, and you have an investment property, you do not have to live in the state of Illinois, but the tenant must live in the state of Illinois. In addition to that, the tenant must be at or below the 80% median income for that area, depending on the household size and where they live. Every county has a different percentage. All that information will be available when you're submitting that application, and you will know if, depending on your gross household income, if you fall under that threshold. In addition to that, it is really important for us and also for the governor's office to really promote and advocate that it doesn't matter, regardless of your immigration status in this country, that you can go ahead and apply to the program. We are not going to be requesting any information in regards to the immigration status or even social security number for the tenant. And then in addition to that, this is not a public charge benefit. So again, it is really important that people understand this and that they don't have any fear of applying, because we will not share any information that you have to another third party or the federal government or state government. So how does it work overall? As I mentioned before, both parties, the landlord and the tenant, must submit an application and must provide us with the proper documentation. However, we will at IHDA give priority to those individuals that A, are currently unemployed for more than 90 days and or are below the 50% area median income. The reason behind that is that is something that policy that was made based on Treasury guidelines, and that we also understand that those are in dire need. Overall, from the housing provider, what you see in front of you is a lot of information. These are documents that we will take as form of that will satisfy one of those requirements. It does not mean that you must provide each of those documents. We only need one of them or something that can satisfy the requirements that we need on our end. From the landlord, one of the things that we're going to be looking at is evidence of property ownership. We need to identify and tie that individual to that property. Typically, a mortgage statement, copy of the deed, or something along those lines will suffice. Also, we're going to be requesting evidence of past due rent. We are looking for a notification that the landlord has given to the tenant, indicating how much is it that they owe and for how many months. All of this can typically be done and satisfied through a rental receipt, any kind of notification, written notification, even if it's through email. Or if, unfortunately, you're going through the eviction proceeding, you can provide an eviction notice or court summons. Also, it is important for us to collect the identification from the landlord. Any of those types of IDs that you see in front of you will be acceptable. The key thing about this is that we want to make sure we have an identification issued by the government, and it does not need to be an identification issued by the U.S. government. It can be from a foreign country. And that could also include a foreign passport, whether it's expired or not. We will still take it as form of identification. The following are samples of documents that we will take. The key thing about this is that when we're looking at these documents, the information that we get on the document must match whatever was submitted on the application and must also be relevant to that individual in case. The key things that we're looking at is that the name matches, that the address is the same, that the amount that they're requesting are also part of that past due notice. And also, if you're an entity or property management company, we're going to be requesting articles of incorporation or perhaps a certificate of good standing. That's for the landlord. Now, for the tenant, very similar, but yet a little bit different. For the tenant, we're still going to be asking for their ID. And again, it has to be a government issue ID. It does not need to be a U.S. issue ID identification. And it could be a foreign passport or foreign ID card. Also, we're going to be asking for acceptable proof of address. It is important for us to understand and verify that the individual that lives in that property does in fact live in that property as a primary residence. Typically, a utility bill, a cell phone bill, an insurance policy, a bank statement, this will be sufficient to confirm this. However, your copy of your lease will not be proof of address. Your copy of the lease will show us how much is it that you are supposed to be paying per month, but it will not satisfy the acceptable proof of address. In addition to that, we need to verify what is, if you're receiving any of these government assistance, we need to verify that information. So if you receive SNAP, Medicaid, or any of these, we're going to be asking to please provide us with your benefits letter or document showing that you in fact are receiving these funds and how much is it that you're receiving per month. Now, if you do not receive any of these government assistance, we still got to verify your income. Your income can be verified through pay stubs, tax returns. If you are your own company, a profit and loss statement, there's many options that we will take. However, if you, for some reason, whether it's you ran out of unemployment benefits, are currently just not working and cannot apply for unemployment benefits, or you get paid in cash as form of payment, that is your income, you can still apply, and you would just need to fill out an income attestation form. This is a document within the application that you can fill out. It's a one-pager, and you would just provide your name and then check which of the boxes apply to you. And that is it. We are not going to be asking any further documentation in regards to how to verify your income. Again, if you are not currently getting any income whatsoever. And then lastly, for the tenant, we still want to ask, what is the evidence of past due rent, right? What are these? We need to verify again that the landlord has reached out to you as the tenant, letting you know that you're behind on your rent and for how much is it that you owe and how many months. Again, if you live in a federal subsidized housing, we're going to be asking to please provide us with a copy of your voucher with tenant portion rent. See how much is it that you're supposed to be paying per month. And if you live in a situation, which is very common nowadays, that you may be renting, you live in a house, but you may be renting the basement or maybe the attic. In those cases, shared living, we're asking for a copy of the lease. That will be a requirement only in a situation where there is a room rental or shared living space. The lease is important because it will show us that there's a relationship between the landlord and the tenant and what is the separation of space within that property. The following are, again, acceptable forms of income. of identification. And again, the same due diligence that we did with the landlord is the same approach that we take with the tenant. Again, verifying that the information is accurate, that the documents not outdated, that the information on those documents match with the tenant information. So now with that, I also do want to talk about our housing stability service providers. These are actually nonprofit agencies that were selected throughout the state of Illinois to help us not only promote the program, but also help individuals that either A, may face a language barrier, or B, may face a technology barrier. They're there to help individuals answer questions about the program and have the ability to sit down with them and fill out the application correctly. We currently have more than 80% of our agencies that speak Spanish services, but in addition to that, they offer other languages, such as French, such as Mandarin, such as even American Sign Language. And not only are these agencies there to help out the community and answer questions and help them with their application, but they are there as a hub of information about other related programs that the state may be offering or that may be interest of you. They're there to offer solutions to your problems and hopefully find a better outcome for your situation. So we went over who's eligible, what are the benefits of applying, what kind of documents you need. But now you may ask yourself, how do I apply? Where do I go? This sounds really good. I want to go ahead and submit my application. So in order to do that, you will need to go ahead and submit your own application at illinoishousinghelp.org. And now I have two short videos. One is the tenant application, the way that the tenant would be filling out the application. And then the second video is from the housing provider, from the landlord, on how to submit that information. The purpose of these videos is to not only go over each step, but more importantly, show you how is it that you need to navigate that application. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that video for you.
Hello, in this video we will be talking about how to apply for the Illinois Rental Payment Program. To begin, visit illinoishousinghelp.org. Here you will see information and links to other programs available to you. To apply for ILRPP, simply click on Apply Now. This will take you directly to the eligibility questionnaire. The first question is, are you a renter or a landlord? The ILRPP application can be initiated by either party. For demonstration purposes, we will select Renter. Next, you will be asked a series of questions regarding eligibility. The first is regarding financial hardship. If you have experienced any financial hardship after March 13, 2020, select Yes. You will then be asked if you are behind on rent due to COVID-19 and if you reside at the property you are about to apply for. Then you will be asked to select from a drop-down the county in which you live. After that, you will need to enter information on how many people live in your household and the household income. Once you have confirmed that the income you have entered is correct, click Next. You will then be asked to select what type of hardship you've experienced during or due to the coronavirus pandemic. After that, you will be directed to enter information about yourself in order to create your account. Once you click Sign Up, your eligibility questionnaire will be submitted and an account will be created for you. Please note that the eligibility questionnaire is not the application. You must complete an application in order to be eligible for assistance. Please check your email for a temporary password and log into your account. If this is your first time logging in, you will need to create a new password for yourself. Please be sure to take note of the email address you used to create your account and the password, as this will be used later to check the status of your application and upload additional documents if they're needed. The application is available in both English and Spanish. If you need assistance in a different language, or if you need technical assistance, please contact a housing stability service provider listed here. To begin your application, please click on Start New Application located in the top right corner. If you received assistance from a housing stability service provider, select from the drop-down here. Then select the type of financial hardship that was experienced and if previous assistance had been received in the last 2 years. Next, click on Add Details to add information about the primary applicant. Here you will enter your name, birth date, and contact information. Next, enter the building type, number of bedrooms, and demographic information. If you are currently receiving assistance from a welfare benefit program, select Yes here and select the type of assistance you are receiving. After that, upload your program-issued award letter here and make sure that your current address is clearly visible on the documentation that you upload. Please note that you will not be required to upload any income documentation if you are participating in a welfare program. Next, you will need to provide details about each adult member of your household. To do so, click Add Household Member and enter their name and birthday. You can add more members by clicking Add Household Member button. Next, you need to upload documents to verify your identity. Click on Verify and then upload a document for proof of address and proof of identity. If you are receiving assistance such as SNAP, TANF, Medicaid, etc., check the box and sign your name. You can either sign or type your name. If you are not receiving government assistance, you will be taken to a screen to upload income documentation. To complete this section, click on Add Document and then look for the document type you will upload and click Add. You must upload at least one income documentation. Next, click on Add Income. If you have your IRS Form 1040, select Yes and enter your annual adjusted gross income according to line 11 here. If you do not have this form, select No and then select if your documentation shows monthly or annual income. Enter the amounts and click Save. Next, click on Add Signature to sign or type your signature. Then check the box to attest that the income information included is correct and complete. Hit Save to continue. Be sure to upload income documentation for each adult member over the age of 18 living in your household. Upon clicking Save and Next, you will be taken to the next step. This is where you can add the month and amount for which you are requesting assistance and upload your rent documents. Select the month from the drop-down menu, check the box if other assistance was received for that month, enter the amount of rental assistance received from the program that you listed above, and if you have made a partial payment for that month, enter in the field monthly rent amount already paid. The system will use that information to calculate the amount that is owed. Once you have entered the months that you are past due and the future months that you are requesting assistance for, click on Upload Rent Document to upload any of the following documents to demonstrate proof of unpaid rent. Please make sure that the document clearly states your name and address and shows the amount of past due rent. Please note that you can upload multiple documents to show proof of unpaid rent. The next step is to enter the landlord details. Enter name, contact information, and click Save and Next. You will then be taken to the application summary. Here you will see all of the information that you have submitted as part of your application. Please be sure to read the grant agreement and click on the links to read IHDA's e-consent policy and privacy policy. Then, Check the boxes to confirm that you have read the policies, that you're providing truthful and accurate information, that you have read the entire grant agreement, and that you have the authority to sign the application. Please be sure that all of the information you have submitted is correct and that you have uploaded all of the required documents. If you have any doubt, you may click on No, Go Back to Application to verify the information and make changes, or click Yes, Submit if you are done. Once you click Submit, you will not be able to go back and make changes. If you are a tenant who has initiated this application, talk with your landlord and let them know that they will be receiving an email from IHDA. The email will provide instructions on how they can complete their portion of the application. Once you have submitted your application, you will receive a confirmation email with a link to check the status of your application. You can either click on this link or go to ilrpp2.ihda.org to log in using the email you used for your application and your password. Here you will see your application number, the status, the date you submitted your application, and you'll be able to view your application and export it to a PDF. This concludes the tenant portion of the application. In the next video, we will go over the landlord portion. Hope you found this video useful and thank you so much for watching.
Great. So even though the video was a little bit long, again, it gave a lot of information. And it's really important for us, again, that the tenant has a full understanding on how to navigate the application. I should also note that you do not need to do this on a computer. You could actually fill out your application through your phone, your mobile phone. Now with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the video for the housing provider, the landlord.
Hello, in this next video, we will talk about how to complete the housing provider portion of the application. To get to the application, go to illinoishousinghelp.org and click on Apply Now. If your tenant has already completed their portion of the application and you have received an email with a link to the application, simply click on that link and you will be routed to the eligibility questionnaire. Just to reemphasize, both the housing provider and tenant can initiate the application, and when one portion is completed, the other party will get an email with instructions on how to complete the next portion. The system will match the applications based on the rental unit address. It is important to be sure to enter the same exact rental address on both applications and include the unit number. When you receive the email, you will see the address that the other party used to complete their portion. Use this address when you apply so that the application can be matched. If the address in the email is incorrect, complete your application with the correct address and notify IHDA so that we can manually match your application. To notify IHDA, call us at 1-866-IL-HELP-1 or 1-866-454-3571 and let the call center representative know that you need your application to be manually matched. Please give them the application number for both the housing provider and tenant portions of the applications, as well as the correct rental property address. When you get to the eligibility questionnaire, answer questions on who you are and let us know if your tenant is at least 15 days behind on rent, and then enter contact details to create your account. Next, check your email for the temporary password and use that to log into your account. You will then be prompted to create your own password. Please be sure to take note of the email you are using and password, as these will be used later to log into your account to check your status and collect additional documentation if it's needed. The application is available in both English and Spanish. If you need assistance in filling out your application, click here for a list of housing stability service providers. To begin your application, click on Start New Application, located in the top right corner. If a housing stability service provider is assisting you with your application, select from the drop-down which agency is helping you. Next, enter details about yourself, such as your name, contact information, and birth date. After that, enter the payment details. In this section, enter the name of who the check should be mailed to as well as the payment address. When you begin to enter the payment address, the system will look up similar addresses from which you can choose from. When you select the address, the system will auto-populate the rest of the address fields. No worries if your address is not found. Simply enter the address information into the fields. Next, you will need to verify your identity. Click on Verify Details to upload your ID. Select from the drop-down under Document Type which type of ID you will be uploading, and then drag and drop the file, or click on Browse. If you are part of a corporation, limited partnership, limited liability company, or limited liability partnership, select Government Issued Photo ID Card and upload one or both of the following: either the Articles of Incorporation or their Certificate of Good Standing. Once you click Save and Next, you will be taken to the next step of the application. Here you will need to enter details about your rental property. You can either use the bulk upload feature or enter your property or properties manually. The great thing about the bulk upload feature is that you can enter details for all of your rental properties that you are applying assistance for in one shot. Simply click on the Download Template button. Replace the information that you see with the information for your rental property addresses. Save the file and then upload it to where it says Drop Files to Attach or Browse. Please note that you must enter all of the fields that are in this template and cannot make any changes to the format or the fields that are listed in the columns. The feature will not work if any changes are made to the template. By using this feature, you can apply for up to 50 rental units in one time. If you are applying for just one unit or prefer to enter details for each unit individually, click on the button Add Property Manually. Then enter information about the rental property and the tenant. You will also need to enter if other assistance has been received, as well as partial payments made by the tenant and the total amount of past due rent that you expected to receive in the months that you are applying for. The system will calculate the grant amount requested based on if you have already received assistance, partial payments made by the tenant, and the total amount that you should have received for the months that you are applying for. Next, click on Validate Address to proceed. Once you click Save and Next, you will be taken to the section to upload proof of ownership and evidence of past due rent. To upload proof of ownership, click on the Upload button and add the type of document you will be uploading. You must upload at least one document to show proof of ownership and at least one document to show evidence of past due rent. As you upload each document, click on the Save button to complete the upload. If you are a property management company, please be sure to upload a signed property management agreement to avoid any delays in processing your application. After you click Save and Next, you will reach the application summary. Here you will see all of the information you entered. To continue, please read and agree to the terms and notices and check the box. Next, check the box to agree to submitting correct information and that you have the authority to sign the application. You may sign the application or type your signature. Once you click Submit Application, you'll be asked if you confirm that all of the information is correct. If you have any doubt, click on No, Go Back to Application to verify that the information and document you have uploaded are correct. If you are done, click Yes, Submit. Please note that once you click Submit, you will not be able to go back to make any further changes. Your application may take time to process, especially if there are multiple units you are applying for. Please be sure not to close this window as you wait. If you are a housing provider that initiated the application, please let your tenant know to look for an email from IHDA with instructions on how to complete their portion of the application. Once you have submitted your application, you will receive a confirmation email with a link to check the status of your application. You can either click on this link or go to ilrpp2.ihda.org to log in using the email you used for your application and your password. Here you will see the application number, status, application type, date submitted, landlord name, tenant name, and rental property address for all of the applications you have submitted. For a complete list of the status definitions, visit illinoishousinghelp.org and click on the link for the FAQs. This concludes the landlord portion of the application. I hope you found this video useful and thank you for watching.
So again, hopefully you found that portion of the video very helpful. And just to kind of recapture again where you can go ahead and initiate the application, you will go ahead and start your application by visiting illinoishousinghelp.org. On the website, as you might have seen, there's also other information that may be of interest to you from other departments, state departments, such as DCO, Department of Commerce and Economy, also from DHS and so forth. And then once you submit that application, as the video noted, you can go to ilrpp2.ihda.org to always check on your application, see what is going on. Has it been reviewed? Is it still on hold? Are we still waiting for the landlord or maybe the tenant to submit their application? And then in the dashboard, here are the definitions that I had mentioned earlier at the presentation. These are the different statuses that you will see depending on what is going on, such as ready for review, in review, needs more information. That's when we have outstanding information. We're reaching out to the individual. The final review is under quality control, has been approved, or again, once we send the file for review, for cure, once again, it's being reviewed again and so forth. But there's a lot of information that will be available once you submit your application. And the reason behind this is that we want to make sure that you know exactly what is going on at any point. The key message about today and going forward from in regards to this program is that even though you may submit an application, you may, and also both parties have submitted all proper documentation, we cannot guarantee that you will get the assistance that you need. The reality is that there's many factors that can have an impact on your application, from not having a full understanding as to how much is it that the tenant owes, to perhaps after outstanding information was needed, the party involved did not submit that application on time. The other thing we want to reinforce is that, again, as a friendly reminder, the application portal will close on Sunday, January the 9th at 11:59 p.m. After 11:59 p.m., as soon as it hits midnight, we will not be taking any more applications at that point. Also, we also understand that it is difficult sometimes in some situations and where the landlord, the tenant have a breakdown in communication and they're not being involved with each other. And it is important for them to be in communication and to participate. And if that is the case, that to please visit one of our housing stability service agencies that can hopefully facilitate and provide a resolution to those type of conflicts. And because we are dealing with federal funding, federal funds that the state got, we as here at IHDA, we are subject to both state and federal compliance review. And in addition to that, we do have the ability to try to identify applications that are fraudulent. And those that are fraudulent, we will then handle them accordingly, depending case by case. But we definitely want to discourage that behavior and instead reinforce the message that if you're going to be applying to a program, to make sure you have all your documents ready in advance so it can be much easier for you. Before I conclude, I do want to mention other two programs that one of them that we're currently involved in, and that's the Illinois Court-Based Rental Assistance Program, and then another one that we have coming up in the near future, and that would be the Homeowners Assistance Fund. The court-based rental assistance program is actually a program that we are helping our colleagues at the Illinois Department of Human Services. This is a program that is throughout the state of Illinois, except for Cook County. This is a program in where most of the eligibility requirements are the same as our program, with the exception that you must have a pending eviction due to non-payment and have a court summons document in order to apply. This is a program specifically designed for those that are going through litigation, that are in court again, and did not have an opportunity to apply to our previous program or any other program. The review under this program, it is much, much faster. So again, if you know someone, or in your case, are going through this process, this is something that you may want to go ahead and explore. And also, under this program, we do not request immigration status as part of the application. And then lastly, I will conclude by giving you some information that the Homeowner Assistance Fund is a program that is being designed right now, and we hope to have it available really, really soon. And this is for homeowners that have fallen behind on the mortgage and are trying to find a solution to avoid foreclosure. More information will be available once our program has been approved by the U.S. Treasury. Again, we're in conversations with them, but we are very hopeful that this will be implemented in the upcoming weeks. And with that, I will conclude the presentation. I know there's a lot of information, but at any point, even after today, if you are sitting there thinking about, well, something was a little bit unclear, or I want to know more information, always feel free to send us an email at questions.ilrpp@ihda.org, or you can give us a call at the call center, which is 866-454-3571, 866-454-3571. Our business of hours in the call center are 8 in the morning and 7 p.m. These hours will change after January the 9th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. However, it should also be noted that there's staff that speak other languages in case you need that. With that, I don't know if there's any more questions or comments, or I will conclude.
Thank you so much, Julio, for a great presentation. We really appreciate your assistance on this very important program that the state of Illinois has rolled out. Now, we do have some calls were coming in before, so unfortunately we couldn't take them. The phone lines will be open in a little bit, but we'll have Stella from United come in a second. Before that, I did like to remind our listeners that Wednesdays, we know it's 6 p.m. Today, we had to make adjustments, especially for the state of Illinois, because this program is very, very important. So please bear with us. At 6 p.m., we'll not, of course, be having a show. The 6 p.m. show is this one that we're having today. We'll continue with our programming Sunday at 4 p.m. and so forth. So please pardon us, and we encourage you to keep sharing the feed, because the information that is doled out now is very, very important. You may not need it, but a lot of people in your network and your friends may have good use for this. So please share it on the Facebook page. We are also available on our YouTube and on Twitter. Now, Julio, there's a lot that has been said, and it's some of them are self-explanatory. My question to you is that the city of the city of Chicago has a similar program running. So now, can you apply for both? And is there any difference between the two?
Yeah, you're right. The city of Chicago just opened their rental payment program. Yeah, you can apply to both. We actually have told people that they should apply to both. However, we will be able to know if we got funding from them or from our end. Okay. We actually share the same database.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for a great quick response. I don't know if Stella from United, now United African organization, you play a very vital role with this great organization that has been helping a lot of people in the city of Chicago and probably even outside the city of Chicago. Now, I don't know if you have a question for Julio, but maybe you can. It's a thing or two that you may have wanted to say whilst Julio was giving his presentation.
You're right, Senna. I have questions because people reach out to me and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. The question is somebody was trying to do the application, right? However, when they get to where they said, if you receive any government fund, that you should kind of upload it. The person did, but did not have a chance to submit it. Is there any problem with that?
If I understood correctly, when they ask if they have received other funding, they forgot to indicate that?
No, the person uploads a link card.
Okay.
The evidence for the link card, yeah. But if
Uh,
there's no space, I mean, the submit did not highlight for the person to click on it.
Yeah. So taking a picture of the link card wouldn't be sufficient, right? We would need to verify like what is the other additional income, that if they get additional income, and if not, they can go ahead and use the self-attestation form embedded in the application.
That's what the person used, the letter from the link card, but not the picture of the link card itself. Yeah,
they should be fine.
But it didn't go through.
Then they should have. Did they reach out to the call center?
No.
Yeah, they should reach out to us, because since we're actually tracking everyone that has an issue, and we're working with our vendor, which is on Cork, and trying to identify if there's an issue in the system or not. I can tell you that as of right now, we have not had any system issues. The only issues that we have encountered is like the individual maybe needed to like refresh the browser, or maybe for some reason the file size was too big and they had to reduce it. So case by case.
Okay, thank you. If you want to call and ask a question or pass a comment, please feel free to do so. The number is on the screen. It's also on the flyer that we're sharing on social media. So if you have the flyer, it is 815-277-5047. It's on there. If you don't have it, look up Progressive Minds on Facebook. You should be able to see the flyer, and then you can pick up the number from there. Additionally, it's on the screen right now. The right bottom corner of the screen is 815-277-5047. So my next question to Julio is that if someone fills the application, let's say a tenant fills their portion of the application, but the landlord fails to do so, and vice versa. In this scenario, how does one proceed?
Really good question. So we want both the landlord and the tenant to apply. Because it'll make it easier, right? It'll make it easier. We can review the application right away.
Yeah.
However, if the landlord is being unresponsive or has indicated that they do not want to participate in the program, we will have the ability then at a later point us at IHDA will make an attempt to reach out to the landlord and confirm that information. If we cannot get a hold of that individual, the tenant then will have the ability to receive that funding directly in form of a check. However, in order for them to get those funds, they will need to go and get a certificate from a HUD-approved counseling agency and receive rental counseling, attend a rental counseling webinar at a later point. But instructions on how to do that will be provided to those tenants that are eligible to receive the direct assistance.
Okay. As long as you are eligible, the Illinois rental assistance program would assist you get your funding.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Someone, for instance, an individual applies the first time. They got some money, but for some reason they still owe. Would they be able to apply for this one?
You cut off at the end. I'm
So
sorry.
let's say an individual applied for the first round when it was opened, and they got funding for their rental assistance. But maybe for some reason they still have some arrears and they still owe their landlord. Even though they've applied and gotten money the first time, would they be able to apply again for this one?
Definitely. We want them to apply. The way that it would work is if you may recall, with the new second version, we have up to 18 months that the individual can receive. So I'll play different scenarios. If someone got funding on the previous round and say they got $10,000, right, to pay back, we will look at it from two perspectives. One, assuming they're eligible, we would deduct the $10,000 from the $25,000, meaning that person will still be eligible to receive $15,000.
Okay.
The other way that we can look at it is based on the months that they got assistance. So if someone applied and received funding before, but they only were able to get 5 months of coverage, right?
Okay.
Then we would then deduct those 5 months and then out of the 18, which means that the individual still has 13 months of coverage.
Thank you. Let's try and get some feedback from followers on a social media page. We have, and Lara says, where can we access this tutorial video? Is it publicly available for everyone? Julio, I think this question is straight to you. Would anybody be able to access the tutorial video that you just showed, the one you just played during your presentation?
Yeah, there's a lot of information on our website, and also on the website to where you need to go ahead and apply. In fact, there's FAQs. There's a lot of good information that people should go and visit.
Okay, but this particular video you played, is it on the website as well?
This particular video is not. There's a shorter video.
Okay.
I mean, 8 minutes is pretty long for someone to stay engaged. So we made it much shorter. Yeah,
much shorter. Okay, so there goes the response to your question, and Lara, and there's a question, there's a statement here. I think this is just from a fan. Wunula Abayomi says, "Good work, Stella. Thank you so much, Wunula, for your contribution to the show." And Lara is giving you a big up. She says, "Stella, we have greetings from One Africa." And then thank you, Julio, and all the team. Thank you so much for your contribution. This is a comment from Lasagna Johnson. Thanks for your assistance, Stella. I submitted everything yesterday and notified the property management. Is there a time frame for them to complete their portion for a decision to be made? Yeah, maybe Julio can respond to this.
Yeah, if it sounds like the tenant already submitted their portion, right? And the property manager in this case has until January the 9th to submit that application. They are getting a friendly reminder email about that there's an outstanding application waiting for them to apply to complete.
Okay. Thanks again, Julio. We have another, I'll take this one. Before this comment, the number is 815-274057. I had to hang up on a few calls that were coming through. I didn't mean to be rude. We just had to get Julio give his presentation. So it just because that was going to just interrupt the flow of the information that was coming, right? And we want you to get the information. So please pardon us. Julio is here. Stella is here to answer your questions and take comments. So please feel free to ring at 815-277-5047 if the presentation did not already answer the questions that you meant to ask. This is from Lasagna again. This additional information has been helpful for a person doing this for the first time. Lasagna, thank you so much for your contribution. Stella, I don't know if you have any question or any other comment to pass. Your work and contribution to this has been enormous. I would like you to tell us a bit more about yourself. I mean, not yourself technically, but I'm saying, like, what I mean is the role you play at United and how you are able to work with the state and other resource organizations to continuously support our community, if you don't mind.
I don't think we'll have the whole day if I had to start talking about all the works we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us some of the roles you play with United and how you have been coordinating with some of these state resources.
Okay, probably start with the rental assistance, right?
Mm-hmm. We want to know the roles you play at United first.
Oh, okay. I'm the program coordinator. I have masters in social work.
Okay.
And I do the youth unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the supervisor for intern and volunteer.
Okay.
And I'm the program coordinator for navigator too.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right. And apart from the state of Illinois, I know you work with other organizations to bring resources to the community. Now, just specifically, what are some of the challenges you've been facing in trying to, help the community the way your organization and personally, you personally, what are some of the challenges you have been facing so far?
First, we should understand that people's problems are unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now we have diapers, and these diapers have to come with different sizes because of the kids, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes we bring size 2 and parents will come like one size 6 or 5 or 3, or infants. So that's one of the challenges because they have different, unique requests for everything they're going through.
Right.
So like we have partnered with Back to School Kids, and we are so fortunate to have different grade, like first grade, second, third till 10th grade, right? Or 12th grade. So but it's still not enough because before we have, let's just assume we have 50 people attending to, right? But during the pandemic, before the pandemic, and now we're looking to estimate more than 1,000 plus people that we're attending to.
Wow.
So the resources we had before, we kind of triple it or more than that now. Right. So it's kind of different people with like each family, let's say 4 families, right? Each of them have different things that they need. Right. You cannot just get a book bag for 3 or 4 people in a family.
Yeah, you have to provide for all of them.
You had to provide for all of them. So that's another challenge. If we have 50 backpacks to give out, and 4 family had to get 4 out of the 50, it won't be enough for other people to get. So it's one of the challenges. Yeah.
Before you, I don't know who reached out to who first. I don't know if you reached out to the state of Illinois or they reached out to you. But before that, the connection was made. Were you getting a lot of pressure from the community regarding assistance for their rent due to the pandemic's impact?
Yes, we were getting a lot. I've been having some calls, right? So I kind of stumbled into one of the webinars that they were hosting, and I reached out to them, right? And I think either Hula or Adra did not respond, and I went to another meeting where they're having, and I wrote in there that
that you've been trying to get them.
I tried to reach out to you guys.
We need you here. We need you
in my community. We need help.
Yeah.
That was the were like, okay, we will reach out to you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And since then, the response has been awesome. People have gotten
Oh,
a lot of
great.
help. Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
been awesome.
Yeah, thank you. What was the main last question? What's the main demographics of the people you serve? Are you only focused on, let's say, folks within the African community, or you extend your resources outside that boundary?
Alinko, you should understand that our organization is not okay. Let me start with the staff, right? The executive director is from Ghana. I'm from Nigeria, right? The director is from Ethiopia, right?
Okay.
My other colleagues from Cameroon, from Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
Right. So we don't really limit, like, okay, this is the country that we serve. We serve everybody.
Right. Right.
You understand?
Right.
We serve Black American, regardless of where you come from.
Okay.
The moment you step into that door, our office door, and say, hey, I need help, we attend to you, right?
Wow.
If we cannot get you the resources you want, we then make a referral to you that, okay, this is where you get the
help from.
solution you want.
Yeah.
But we still connect you to the person to make it easier for you to go through.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. Now let's go back to Julio. I know. So does based on the presentation and the information that you gave, it seems as though if you cross a certain income threshold, you will not get help with this program. Now, if I'm right, am I right or wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. This is actually a Treasury, U.S. Department Treasury guidance that they gave us, is that anyone under 80% AMI, the area median income,
right,
they'll be able to qualify. And this will vary depending on the county that you live, and also the number of individuals that live in the household.
Right.
But just to give people kind of like an idea, right? For like Cook County, if say the average families of 4 individuals, right? 2 parents, 2 children. And the gross income for the year was for Cook County, I think it was like 75,000 around that ballpark, or below, you would be able to qualify. And don't forget, we're giving priority to those families and individuals that fall under the 50% AMI. So again, family of 4 and 50%, we're looking at anyone whose annual income was like at 46,000 or below.
Okay.
But again, each county is different in the state of Illinois.
So if an individual it's above 47 and they have no, let's say above $47,000 annual income threshold, let's say 45. Yeah.
So if you're one person, right? If you're one person, that's the size of the household. Again, in Cook County, 80% would be around $52,000 or below.
Okay.
At 50% AMI, we're looking at like 33,000 or below.
Okay.
But again, when you're applying, you will see a chart, and you would just look at the number of people that live in your household, and then what county you live in.
Okay. Thank you once again. So you mentioned that you were able to see if somebody applied before or not, because a lot of times when things like this happen, people like to take advantage, yeah. So you mentioned it in your presentation, but what would you advise folks who might want to say, you know what, I'm going to try and pull a fast one and see if I can get away with it?
You're right. I mean, unfortunately, that is something that we're constantly dealing with. We have over 200 people reviewing applications. That's all they do throughout the day. They just review. And within that group, there's different levels that each application has to go through.
Okay.
So someone will do it. They will manually review the attachments, the information, and then they got to go through a quality control, also review. So there's different layers that the application needs to do, and to ensure that, again, the information is not fraudulent. But just to give you an idea how specific they get, they will compare the IP address, meaning for those that do not know what that is every computer has a location that can pinpoint and a timestamp of where that application was submitted and at what time. And they will indicate and see if the application was submitted in the same location under different name and so forth. But yeah, people spend a lot of time reviewing these applications.
Well, so yeah, there you have it. You know, they will check. They will look into it. So it's going to last till the to November. Sorry, 9th of no 20. Is it 22nd of
January the 9th?
January 9th. Yes, I thought I heard it right. So let's say you and you said that if people apply, they can go on the portal and then check their status, right? Okay. How often should you check? Is it a daily thing, or the state has a duration, a time where they update the system with information regarding your application, or you can just go there every day and try to see what the status is?
Yeah, the individual can go every day if they want.
Okay.
Yeah, every day. That's what we put it out there. That information would change as long as your application is moving along the review process.
Okay. You said that immigration status does not matter. Okay. Somebody is living in Illinois for only 3 months. They're a student or whatever status they may have. Would they be able to, and they haven't lived there for 6 months or maybe even a year, would they be able to apply for this?
Yeah, it could be actually someone that just has been living here for a month or 2 months, right? The key thing about the program is that the person must be behind on the rent.
Okay. Well, and you have to live in this, so anywhere
in the state of Illinois,
during that time. Well, the conversation regarding Illinois Rental Assistance Program 2 is currently going on the show. This is the Progressive Minds. Building our community is what we strive for. We're here every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. But today is especially dedicated to this program and to the folks from the state. They want to be able to assist folks who have been impacted by COVID-19. And so if you fall under this category, feel free to apply. The application is currently open. If you need more information and probably do not get all that was shared here, Stella is with UAO. She's always available. They also give us the contact number. If you did not get it, maybe Julio can read it out. Julio, can you help us with that? Am I getting it right, Julio or Julio?
Julio. Yeah, you got it right. You got it right.
Yeah. Yes, you may. Yeah, if you may share the contact again, just in case somebody did not catch it the first time.
Yeah, definitely. If someone has a question, they can call our call center at 866-454-3571. Again, 866-454-3571. And I am going to put it again for people to see.
Okay.
I'm putting it there in case people want to see it. And also, if you guys want to send us a question, you can send us a question at any point at questions.ilrpp@ihda.org. The best way to remember the phone number we always tell people is 866-I-HELP-1.
Okay. 866-I-HELP-1. Stella, do you have any more questions for Julio? I think he's done such a great job. He's covered everything. And he made it so easy for people to grasp. Maybe for me, the presentation was awesome, by the way, Julio. I think that was a great presentation.
Thank you.
It was seamless, flawless, and kind of very concurrent. And so I hope that everybody got it the way they're supposed to get it. Stella, I don't know if you have any questions for him or comments to make.
I think the common question people had been asking is this: how long are they going to wait to get the money?
Yes.
Because the landlord keep bothering them, and some of them had borrowed money, right, to pay. Okay, another question is this. When they say indicate if you receive the previous one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some people are still owing, they applied. However, they had already, let's say they're owing 5 months, and the landlord keep bothering them. They now decide to like borrowed money and pay 2 months out of that 5 months. So when they're gonna pay the landlord, they're gonna pay the landlord the whole full month. How would they get their money back?
Well, they can't get their money back, right? We would only be paying whatever we have on the application. Don't forget that the individual can request 3 months in advance. This is where the communication kind of comes in with the landlord, just notifying them. But again, we were trying our best to review these applications and get them.
So looks like we have a caller on the line. Sorry to interrupt you, Julio. Caller, can you tell us your name and why you're calling, please?
Good evening. My name is Sophia Madajim. I'm calling in regards to the post I saw for the Illinois rental assistance.
Okay, go ahead.
And I just want to be enlightened more about it, because the issue I normally face with this, anytime I apply, I apply, I get nothing in return. I keep calling to find out what's really going on. And the United African Organization has been of help. There's nothing I don't really get anything. So, and my situation is kind of very funny, but I just want to be enlightened first before I can come out and tell my situation.
Yeah, I mean, did I get that correctly? That I believe you say you already applied for a program?
Okay, I'm sorry, I have an accent. I'm really African. I normally see these posters, and sometimes people send them to me. And I go to United African Organization, and I spoke to FASCA, I think twice. I keep applying, and it doesn't work for me. Okay, this is my situation. Being an undocumented person here, I use my auntie's document her information in renting an apartment. So of course my name will not be on it. So how do I apply for all this? The other time I used my auntie's name and mine, I got a letter from from the landlord and everything. Nothing really. I didn't get anything. I keep doing it, and I'm kind of discouraged. There are so many people are facing the same issue that I'm facing.
Yeah.
So it's quite difficult. Honestly, it is.
Yeah.
And right now, if after the call you can do a video call, you see my head is shaved. I've been going through a lot.
Okay.
I just said, you know what, I'll give this a try and see.
Yeah. Madam, what's your name, please?
My name is Sophia. I'm well known in that United African Organization.
Okay, Sophia. Okay, Julio heard you. Let's see if you can respond to that.
Yeah. So it's very tricky for me, right? Like I can't tell you how to apply, but I will tell you the following. I will tell you the following. You should apply if you need the program, right? First of all, you should not pay anyone to help you with this. There's a lot of options, and even Stella's group is actually one of our newer partners that we have engaged with and contract with that can help you and get additional information. That's the first step. Second step is that, as you may recall, we're not interested in collecting or asking about your immigration status. The more important thing here is that the individual, you as a tenant, must comply in providing us the documentation that we need to support whatever you put in your application. So what do I mean by that? You mentioned that the lease that you have right now is not under your name, right?
Yes, I do.
So technically, on paper, you wouldn't be the tenant, right? So it would be this is where it gets a little bit difficult for me, like how to,
Right.
I don't want to tell you how to apply, but what I
Right.
will tell you is that the information will be based on whatever is on the tenant.
Yeah.
She's also applying.
And that we will base it off on that.
So, Sophie, the problem could be that she's applying and you are also applying using under her name. So it might cause a duplication in the system.
Exactly. Because repeatedly, IHDA kept sending, messages to me through her name. If you mention Rashida, they know.
Okay, Sophie.
I have messages from them.
We don't want names, please.
But I'm not a fraud. I can't do
that. No. So here's the thing, madam. I think you already know what the problem is. So I think from what I'm gathering from what the presentation Julio made is that you apply with your name, Sophie, whatever it is, the last name is.
It's not accepting. When I want to submit at the end, it's not accepting.
Okay, so even when you put in your own name, right?
My own name and some other information, there are some things I don't have. You should understand where I'm going to.
Sophie,
for me. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
I think you can call our office, then we can put you through. Because this is media, we don't want anybody's issue out here.
It didn't work out,
Call. You can't get the solution right here, Sophie. I'm sorry. Sophie, you cannot get the solution right now. Call the office.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stella. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sophie. Yes, we wish we could have done some magic on this show. To resolve the issue. But it will be well. I think Stella and her organization are committed in helping. Even though you tried a few times, maybe it didn't work. The goal is that they will keep trying because you need their assistance, and the program is here.
They've always done that, and I'm proud of them.
Yes, and the program is here to assist. So I think that we'll keep trying until we see a positive result. Okay.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Sophie. Thank you so much for ringing in. And for those of you who probably wanted to reach out earlier, you can feel free, you can do so. We have a few more minutes for Julio to go back to his state duties. It's 2 minutes to 4. I think a minute to 4 p.m. Central Time. We're here in the beautiful city of Chicago. This is the Progressive Minds, where we build our communities through these dialogues. And just watch out for this coming Sunday show at 4 p.m. Central Time. And next week, Wednesday, we will continue with our regular schedule at 6 p.m. Central Time. Stella, we have shared a lot of information. Again, if you have any other questions, because I know everybody comes to you, so you are the one that's carrying the burden, and when it comes to some of these community assistance and programs and issues. So if there are any other questions or situations that you want to address, Julio is here. Please go ahead.
Yeah, somebody just texted me. Okay, Julio, I want to ask question like this individual, right? Was owing before the COVID, like let's say 18 months, right? Is there any way? I know this program is just for the COVID, but this person was owing late 2019. Is there any program that can help this person pay the bill? Yeah.
Well, for 2019, not to my knowledge. You may want to explore with other state departments, but I gotta say most of the funding that we've been getting, and even other state departments, have to be for most recent delinquencies.
Julio, the other two programs that you mentioned, I don't know if you stated exactly when it's going to be rolled out, but are you able to give us an idea when this is going to start?
Well, for the court base, it's actually open right now.
Okay.
It's currently open. Again, it's only available for every county in the state with the exception of Cook County. Cook County has their own program. And this is again for a program that people that are going through court because they're getting evicted for not paying the rent. So this is a way that an individual can apply, get that funding, and still try to stay where they live. And we're working very closely with the different court systems in the state. The other program that I mentioned is a homeowner assistance. This is for individuals that help them with the mortgage and work with the lender. This program, we're waiting for Treasury, the U.S. Department of Treasury, to approve it. Once we get approval, we should go ahead and be able to promote it. We are expecting that it should be almost available in the upcoming weeks.
Okay. How about the other? I think you just explained that. Any other questions? I think Elera put the information here. Contact United African Organization for assistance is 312-949-9890. 312-949-9980. You can speak to Fasika, but I think when it comes to the rental and homeowner programs, it's specifically you, right, Stella?
Yeah, it's me, but
Anybody else?
it's a handful. So everybody
can help at the organization.
Yeah.
Any further questions from you, Stella?
It's just gonna be asking some questions, right? The more they test me, the more I ask you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you get the questions. Let's go.
Yes. Okay, just as like Sophie said, right? If the name of the person is not on the list, they cannot apply. It had to be the person that is that the name is on the list that can apply, right?
Yes, but don't forget, we don't need a lease in order to apply. We only need a lease if it's a situation where there's a shared living, meaning that you may be renting like the basement or a room in your house, then we need it. But it's not a requirement.
Oh, okay.
So if you're a tenant, the only thing that we need to verify is your ID.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be also a U.S. government ID,
Right.
like a passport or something from another country.
Right.
We need a proof of address. So your name must be associated with the address of that application. So a utility bill, a cell phone bill.
Yeah.
Verification of income for that individual.
Yeah.
And if you don't have income, you can do an income attestation form. Evidence of past due rent. It has to be a notice that you got from your landlord.
Right.
It could even be an email that you got from your landlord.
Or text message. Yeah.
How much is it that you owe?
Yeah.
Text messages can be a little bit difficult. Emails we're okay with, but text messages, it could be kind of like iffy. But we need something in writing that you got from your landlord saying how much is it that you owe and for how many months.
Okay.
And those are the big things that we're going to be looking for. But we do not need a lease.
Okay, my question again is this. When you say we don't need a lease, how about in the portion where you have to upload the lease, right? What can you upload right there in the place of the lease?
When you go, that's an option, but we're looking for
it's
evidence.
There.
Yeah, but what we're doing is evidence for that you live in that property. So that's where your utility bill comes in, or again, something that shows that you live in that property.
Because when I helped somebody to do one, right, it says upload your lease.
Yeah, so you can do that. One of these other documents, but we're not requesting. At least is not a requirement for a program.
Okay.
Only if you live in a shared living space.
Okay, what can somebody upload there? Because I know people are listening right now, right? And the moment you said the list is not compulsory for them to upload, what can then upload on that space that said upload your lease.
So what you would upload is one of these proof of address that I share with everyone, which I'll put back up here. Any of these documents that you see, and let me make this bigger. Any of these right here that you see in the bottom,
yeah,
will suffice. Oh, sorry. And if you notice, we even put in the presentation, your lease is not an acceptable proof of address. So
okay.
We don't need the lease. Only the lease will will need it when there's when there's a living space, when you're sharing, like renting your basement, your attic, and that's actually provided by the housing provider, which is right here. What is that? I'm sorry, let me see.
It's okay. While you're looking for that one, W-2 and income tax, those ones compulsory to upload. You must have one or two.
So for that would be under the income.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, for income, any of these, you don't have to give us all of them, just one of them.
So either you the W-2, 2020 W-2, right? Or your income.
Okay. So it says, if it says last pay stub showing year to date income earned in 2020, most recent pay stub dated 2021. Okay. Statement. Okay. So if you don't have a traditional looking pay stub, and let's say for a lot of Uber drivers, they don't have like that traditional pay stub. So but you can submit, let's say, something showing that must it be that whole week, or let's say that week's pay stub will be good enough to submit?
Yeah, well, we're looking. Well, yeah, it will be sufficient. There may be we take them case by case, right? We may be a situation that we go back to the tenant and we may ask them, can you please provide us with an additional pay stub? We just need enough information to verify that they fall under that 80% threshold.
Okay, so yes, a simple pay stub. And it has to be current. Can you use, let's say, it has to be current. It doesn't. It cannot be something 3 months ago, 4 months ago. It has to be, let's say, current pay stub. Boom.
Correct. We even put it here. Yeah, the most recent pay stub they have dated in 2021.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
But Stella, can you have the two? Sorry, you have to have the W-2 for 2020, and you have to get the current. The last pay, your paycheck for 2020 and the current one for 2021, right?
You only need one of those.
One of them, okay.
For every document that we request, we only need one.
One.
Got it.
I hope people are listening.
Yeah. So all this information, by the way, it's also posted on the website if all the documents are acceptable.
Okay.
Well, Stella, I know you probably have exhausted your questions because Julio is doing a good job by, giving us accurate responses.
You're right.
So would that be it for your questions, Stella?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, great. Well, Julio, thank you so much. I know that we were scheduled for 4:30, but if we haven't able to get information out before the stipulated time, I think it helps you take care of other state businesses. So with that said, any closing remarks from Stella? And then I'll take Julio, your closing remarks, and we can bring the show to an end.
Yes, I have to say thank you, thank you for everyone that tuned in today. I know you have different questions. You can please reach out to our office and reach out to Julio's with the number he put out there. And again, on Friday, we'll be hosting two guests in our office from Cameroon, Miss World and Miss Universe. And we're doing a giveaway on that same day. Please, we need the youths to come because they're going to be talking about youth empowerment. We are not limiting to only the youth. Adults, you are free to come, say hi to them. It's an open invitation, if I should say, but a very secure one. We should remember the COVID is still out there. So,
all COVID protocol, all COVID
duly
fully 100% observed. Let's see. I think thank you, United African Organization. Julio, I seriously think that because I've been on one of your platforms. Look, somebody's about to say, okay, we're getting a call. When people realize that you're about to leave, now they want to call you. Let's see if you can take this one. Please tell us your name, caller, and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Chicago. My name is Faith.
Yes.
I want to ask a question. The landlord, they gave the landlord the money, but he doesn't want to see. It doesn't say how much they gave him.
Okay. So your problem is that your landlord is not giving you the total amount that was paid to them.
I will know how much I'm owing afterwards.
Has your rent been paid in full, the one that you owed?
You said what now?
Okay, let me let Julio respond to you.
Before Julio do, I think what she's trying to say is she don't know if the landlord received the whole money.
Okay.
Right? So that she'll be able to know if she's still owing.
Or not.
Or not. Yeah.
Right. So my best advice would be that most of the time we will go ahead and pay whatever was on the application, whatever that amount was. However, we always encourage the tenant to give us a call or email us, and we will provide that information to you and confirm. We can tell you if what was the amount, what was the date that the check was issued, and the date if the check has been cashed to.
Okay. Faith, would I respond to your question?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you know what to do now, right?
Say that one more time because I have stroke. Sometimes I'm struggling to hear.
No,
I'm sorry.
No. Okay. I'm sure. Did you hear the response that Julio gave with regards to your question?
I had somehow, not really.
Okay. So basically, Julio is saying that you contact them, right? You contact.
I contact them on the phone.
Yes, on the phone, and he gave the phone number is 866 help one.
IL help one.
Okay, so 866 the letter I help one.
IL.
Okay.
Oh, IL. I'm sorry. IL stands for Illinois, of course.
Yeah.
And help, and then the number one.
Right.
Okay.
And if you can't get it, when you call Stella will give you that number so you can. Stella, she's the one that carries the cross. She's you know now. So all the burden go to her, but she's doing a great job. She's helping everyone, even though it's stressful. She's handling it. So Faith, would that be it for you today?
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. What would you like to say to Stella and the United Africa Organization?
Thank you for helping us. God bless you.
Don't leave. Julio too is here. You have to recognize. What do you want to say to Julio?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
She probably didn't hear me, but I know she appreciates you. This one is from Lasanja. Great job, well done to this entire panel. Continue to do the good works as a team overall. Thank you so much, Lasanya. Well, if you want to call, please call now because Julio is about to leave. As soon as he takes off, we can't take no more calls. Maybe Stella will be here, but Julio. So we're about to end, and Julio, please give us your closing remarks. We hope that in the future we can get, you and maybe any member of your team to come support the community as you have always done.
Yeah, no, thank you again to you, Alinko and Stella, for the invitation. On my behalf, on behalf of IHDA, on behalf of our director, Rodrigo Carrillo, our executive director, Kristen Foss, and even the governor himself, J.B. Prisker, we want to thank you for taking a time to join us today. This program is very, very important, not only for us, but also for the state of Illinois. We have, as I mentioned, this is the second time that we're rolling out this program. The first time we had over $500 million that we actually spent all of them. And now we have $200 million that are readily available for you to apply. And we want to continue working with everyone on this call. If you have any questions, don't forget, you can give us a call at 866-I-HELP-1. And don't forget that in order to go ahead and apply for this program, to visit IllinoisHousingHelp.org. Thank you so much for listening and for joining us today.
Thank you once again, Julio. We really appreciate you. And this one is from Adelonke. Thank you, Julio. Thank you, Adelonke, for being part of the show this afternoon. Well, once again, Julio, God bless. And hopefully we shall have you soon to discuss community matters. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Right, bye-bye. Well, that would be for Julio. Stella, I know your people will probably be calling you after here and be asking you questions that they probably should be asking Julio, but this is what you signed up for. So, so you can't dodge the bullet. But I must say that you've been doing a fantastic job. Of course, your team, Nancy, great person. Fasika, awesome job with helping with immigration issues at UAO. So I just want to really thank you guys. And I know you've given your closing remarks, but again, if anything else that you probably want to share with folks or anything coming up with UAO, I know you mentioned this beautiful African queens coming to your organization, but any other programs that they are exciting that you want to let our community know before we go? If not, we can bring the conversation to an end.
I think I shared the picture, right?
No, I didn't see the pictures.
Check your email.
Oh, you sent the pictures of the guests. Okay, so let's do this. We'll take a short break, and then I will see if I can grab those pictures so we can share. You're watching The Progressive Minds. We shall be right back after this.
There is a crowd. Aglo Bolingbrook Lighthouse is a network of caring women. We are a dynamic global movement with a single mission to see God's purpose fulfilled on earth as it is in heaven. Our mandate is every nation touched and every heart changed for God. We invite you to our prayer meeting every Saturday and breakfast meeting held every last Saturday of the month from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. via Zoom meeting. For more information, please contact Dickness Rebecca Modi at 630-297-1471 or Reverend George Ofe Ado, our advisor, at 630-414-9505. We look forward to having a refreshing time with you in the Lord. Thank you and stay blessed.
Welcome. Chris Toffee Financial Company is ready and available either group or one-on-one basis to help you understand different investment opportunities in America that you can invest in with any amount. The right college account for your children to withdraw money. We can help you to get appropriate life insurance that you can withdraw money or take loan. And if you're in the process of buying or refinancing a vehicle or a house, we can help by building up your credit score. We also repair credit by permanently removing negative items such as medical bills, collections, late payments, foreclosure, bankruptcy, inquiries. We also help all businesses to get business loans and credit by building their business credit. If you need any of our services, please feel free to contact us at 512-999-6724 or chris@christoffee.com or visit www.christoffee.com. Thank you.
Well, we're still trying to get you that information from the picture that you shared with me, Stella, of the ladies coming to. Let's see if we can find it here. Please bear with us. So this,
can I check if I can?
Yeah, here we have.
Yeah, here you go.
Let's see if we. I'm trying to see here. Okay. So yes, you can go ahead and talk about this. So these are the ladies. It's the United African Organization is inviting everyone to their annual holiday gathering. This is a global conversation, and I think the theme or topic for this one is water justice and youth empowerment. Water justice and youth empowerment. The special guest for this program is Angel Kosinda. I think it's Angel Kosinda. You can help me get the pronunciation right. Stella, if I'm not getting it.
No, you're right.
Okay. Angel Kosinda. She is Miss Universe. Is that Cameroon? Okay. My glasses is it needs updating, so y'all bear with me. Stella just went and got her own updated. She get proper insurance now. No. So I have to update mine. The other guest is Audrey Moncamp. Audrey Moncamp is also Miss Universe. Still, I can't see the names. The
Miss
name,
World.
Miss World. What's the name? Is that Cameroon?
Yeah,
too?
you're right. The Moncamp.
Is that Cameroon? The title?
Yeah, it's Cameroon. So
also, they're both
Cameroonians.
Cameroonians. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Cameroon get things like this. Okay. That was just by the way, guys. So of course the date is December 17th, it's 2 p.m. 4910 South King Drive is the address. 4910 South King Drive is the address. Remember that there's going to be plenty giveaways, holiday gifts. You know, when Africans say giveaways, you must be assured that it's going to be jollof. It's going to be puff puff. Those ones you can't miss it. If Africans say giveaway, jollof for there, right? But no, don't take this one from me. I'm kidding. I don't know what the giveaways are, but it's going to be a very interesting and fun event. I hope that you can make it if time permits. You want to check it out. December 17th. Today is 15th, Abby. So we're talking Friday. Yes, okay. Friday, 2 p.m. Friday, 2 p.m. Thank God it's Friday, 2 p.m. Go to the United African Organization and have fun with these beautiful queens coming from their Miss Universe Cameroon. It's Miss Universe Cameroon and Miss World Cameroon. Wow. Are they in the States or are they coming from outside?
I think they're in Puerto Rico right now.
Oh wow, they're in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, yeah.
Jamboree, having fun,
Yeah.
and they're going to bring all that fun energy to Chicago, to the United African Organization premises. They're going to be there with all the beautiful ladies, all your personal person people, and your favorite persons, Fasika, Stella, Nancy, and what's the other one's name?
Mirabel.
Mirabel.
And Lala, the one that was showing the number for the UAO, and Abubakar, and she's gonna kill person.
Yeah, but so
no.
we have, this is awesome. We really appreciate this great job you guys are doing. We love you and God bless you. Please let us know when the organization needs more hands.
Manisan.
Okay.
Yeah, for immigration. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So there you have it. We have this great let's see here. I'm trying to get this yeah, now you can see it, but Stella is the one that is promoting this, so let's get Stella in there for you guys. So we're still here. It's 3 minutes to 4:30. We spending the rest of the time to to share this party information. This one looks like a party for me, where there are where there are 2 or more beautiful women, there's a party already. That one guaranteed. So we have 2 queens who are going to come and meet original Chicago African queens at United African Organization. The matter spoil. So all these queens are going to be there and they're going to have fun with us. They're going to give, of course, giveaways. Please, Stella and your team, please. I don't know if you are providing jollof, but if you can cook jollof from your house and bring it here so that when people come, they can enjoy it. If not, I don't know, but it's my suggestion. It's just my personal suggestion. So Nancy and
Puff is
Fatika.
there. Puff is there.
Puff is there. Okay. Puff is there. So you'll definitely get that one and maybe some other things. So giveaways this Friday, 2 p.m. Guys, don't miss it. Let's all go and have fun and meet these beautiful ladies. And Jill Kosinda, Miss Universe Cameroon, and Audrey Moncom, Miss World Cameroon, all coming to United African Organization premises. Now, this person decided we have a last minute caller. Maybe they're calling because they've seen these fine girls. They want to talk. They want to. Okay, caller, please tell us your name and why you're calling.
Yeah, my name is Saidatu Hassan.
Okay.
I'm calling to speak with Stella. Is Stella around?
Stella is still here. Oh.
Okay. The reason why I'm calling, I just want to come in because I'm so happy about the program we are doing.
Okay, thank you.
I pray Almighty God will help you people
Thank you.
because I'm going through a lot.
Mm.
I've applied severally, but they don't give me because they will tell me to go and bring lists. And I don't have any list because I live with somebody, I score with somebody that I'm giving token. My name is not on the list.
Okay. Like we said, your name, please.
Saidatu Hassan.
Okay, Miss Saidatu, there's some things we don't want to say on air, okay? For your privacy and for your security, okay?
Okay.
You know our address, our office address, do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can call the office and they're closed right now. You can call the office tomorrow morning, okay?
Okay.
So that somebody can reach out to you, okay?
Because right now I'm living on the
Miss Saida, we don't want to say anything on air. We're trying to protect you. We're trying to protect you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So I should call tomorrow.
By God's grace, yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure. We're praying that you'll get the help and the assistance that you're looking for. She sounded like I think I heard her say she's on the street or something, if I heard her correctly. And we're hoping that through the UAO and the program that the state of Illinois is providing, we can provide these people help, the help that they need. I think I'm also going to connect you, Stella, to some a wonderful lady in Chicago who's doing some things, and where you might not be able to get, and if it's getting difficult for some people to get through the system, through the Illinois housing department system, maybe you can channel it through other ways too. So I know you have a lot of resources, but this may be another very good resource that you can get help from for some of these people that are being coming.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I appreciate that.
No, you're welcome. This is Yemisi Fayemi Israel. This is awesome. We really appreciate this great job you guys are doing. We love. Wait, have I read this already? We love you and God bless you. Please let us know when the organization needs more hands. I think I read this already. Okay. So we would like to close now. But remember, I left the flyer on there so that you all can take notes. This Friday, don't miss it. We all have to go and meet these beautiful ladies and party with them, congratulate them, encourage and motivate them, and also hear what they have to say and share with us. More importantly, the puff puff that we are going to eat at United African Organization. You have to go and eat that puff puff. If you don't know what puff puff is, when you go there, you will know and see it for yourself. Sarah, I think our time has been exhausted here. I really want to thank you. I want to thank your team, your organization for continuously doing what you do. God richly bless you guys. This has been the Progressive Mind Show. Sarah, anything else before you come in? Stella, anything else you want to tell your audience?
Nothing much. Thank you so much. If you need any help, either immigration help, policy, family services, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Like I was trying to protect a lot of people not to put their business out there.
Gotcha.
That's the way we protect people that comes to us. We don't share your information out, except if it's necessary, but we let you know.
Right.
Depending who we're referring you to.
Right.
So if you have any immigration issue, get in touch with us, call us. We're not doing any working because of the COVID. It's still out there. If you have family issues, like you need diaper, you need some clothes, you need some jackets, I think since before the Thanksgiving, we'll be doing a lot of giveaway. Okay. So reach out to our office. We still have some coats. We still have some clothes to give away. We still have some kitchen stuff to give away too.
Right.
Please reach out to us. And if you're having issues at work, I think Fasika connected with work rights organization or something like that.
Okay.
So they can reach out to your either warehouse where you're working to make sure that they're treating you right.
Okay.
Okay. If you have any problem, reach out to us. If we cannot help you, we'll refer you to where you can get the help.
Okay. Thank you again, Stella. This is from...
Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. It's always been my pleasure. I love what you guys are doing at the UAO. It's really remarkable. Please, is this the office at 49 South King Drive open always? So you want to
It's open 9 to 5.
Okay.
But we we have to do wrapping up by 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So whoever that is gonna be there has to be there, let's say from 9 to 3:30.
Okay.
You cannot come in by 4 o'clock and expect us to. We don't know how many hours it's gonna take us to help you, right?
Okay. Right.
4 o'clock we are doing wrap up to go home.
Got it.
So
Got it. Okay, so God bless you all for the bless you all the organizers, but please they don't pick up our calls at the United States. So yeah.
We apologize.
Okay.
However, we have a lot of people trying to get to call, and come on, we only 5 people working.
Right.
So we have a lot of calls coming in. It's not that we don't want to pick your call.
So this means that there's room for expansion for UAO because of the load of demand that is coming to you all. So hopefully you can get more resource persons or staff to be able to handle the workload, so that Stella alone is not running here and there. It's not jumping here and there. It's, we want to reduce. Amen. Yeah, we want to reduce the pressure on Stella, on Fasika, on Mirabel. As for Nancy, I don't know, but Nancy too, her pressure has to go down. Please. So let's hope that United Africa Organization can have more staff to handle all these community needs. Well, that brings this show to an end. We really want to thank you all. Oh, Yemisi showed me some love. She said, thanks the host, Alinko. Yes. Thank you. I have wisdom because I've been eating puff puff. No, thank God for giving us the ability to be able to keep serving. The Progressive Mind Show is a non-for-profit. We are 501c. So, guys, you can feel free. You can visit our website and make contributions to us. It goes a long way in helping us keep this show going and bringing you more programming. You can also send us an email to info.progressiveminds@gmail.com and suggest shows and programs that you would like us to provide you. Go to our social media platform. Send us messages there too. We will receive them. It can be messages. It can be suggestions. It can be feedback. It doesn't matter. Any critical feedback you have, positive or negative, send it to us because we always want to grow and get better. All right, so feel free to reach out to us. Thank you, my brother, Ade Roque. Thank you, my brother. God bless me. God bless you too. But let him bless me first before he can bless you. I'm just joking. Okay. God bless us all. But I really appreciate your kind words. And that brings us to today's end. To the end of today's program. Sunday, we'll be talking to a gentleman from Nigeria, but he resides in the United States. They're doing a worldwide program on diaspora programming. Parenting. Parenting. How do we handle parenting in the diaspora? The way it used to be in Africa and the way we do it here. Stella, you remember we're talking about this offline. So it will be very important if you can tune in at 4 p.m. We encourage you to tune in at 4 p.m. Central Time. Please subscribe to the Progressive Minds page on Facebook. Turn on the notifications, so each time we come live, we can get what we're doing, and you can be part of the community building process. On YouTube as well, go there, subscribe to our YouTube page, and then you can share the feed and turn on the notification again, so that when we come live, you can check us out. To whom much is given, much is required. This has been your host Alinko with the Progressive Mind Show. Again, watch out this Sunday, 4 p.m. Central Time, and then coming Wednesday, 6 p.m. when the regular schedule continues. Bye-bye. Stella, I'm coming Friday to eat some puff puff, so please leave me some. Don't eat it all.